Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is the Captain's Quarters Show. I am your host, L. Milliner, the Captain. Thank you all for hopping aboard with me for another video. Today, I will be discussing an Alabama mayor who wants LGBTQ themed books removed from the library in his city. Now, this mayor is the mayor of Ozark, Alabama. His name is Mark Blankenship. Shout out to him for being number one, vocal about these books being put in libraries for children and wanting them out of the library, and also for being the mayor and wanting this done. So this is happening all across the country, right? Different cities, different states, nationwide, and it's like a plague. And shout out to him for doing this. And since I'm in Alabama, born, bred, still live here, I have to do this story. So without further ado, let me bring up the article and discuss what specific books are to be removed and some of the people, some of the players in getting them removed. So right here we have the article from, in my opinion, this is a left-leaning media source, the Alabama Reflector. Let's see, this is from Gemma Stevenson. All right, she's the writer. The headline is "Calls to Remove LGBTQ themed books from Ozark Library Lead to Tense Meeting." Now, and as you see in this picture, there were over 100 people at this event, according to the article, which I will get to a little bit later. But in this picture right here, you can see a variety, diverse group of people at this meeting. I see young people, old people, white, black, and everything in between. Okay, so very mixed crowd. And so typically when you have these different like board meetings or city council meetings, right, when it comes to like LGBT activities, they always say, oh, it's the white conservatives, the white Christians, right, that are always the bad guys who want morality, right, in society. And in this case, I see a little bit of everybody, right? I see, like I said, a mixed crowd. There's a guy right here. I don't know if he's black, Native American, Hispanic. I don't know. I'm not sure what he is, right? And you got other people that you can kind of see, okay, white, black. She may be like Native American or black or whatnot. All kind of people. So these are people who just are concerned about something that's being pushed on our kids. So let's get into the specifics of the article. A meeting Wednesday over a call for the Ozark-Dale County Public Library to remove books with LGBTQ characters and themes drew over 100 people and led to fierce arguments over parental rights and censorship. Okay. Now, according to the article, the books are labeled young adult section books, so from ages 13 to 17. Now, the Dale County Commission, Adam Infinger, he did not speak at the meeting, but he's basically the one that received the complaints about these books. And so his office is the ones, I guess, that are reviewing the books, the themes of the books to see should they be removed or not based on the context of the book. Now, as I go down and read this, it gives the books, right? So the books are Only Mostly Devastated by Sophie Gonzalez. And the other one is called The Mirror Season, and that's from Anna Marie McLemore. Now, typically when I hear about books, right, LGBT books, and there's always this push to get them out of the library, I, for one, want to understand what's the background on these books. What are these books about, right? So number one, I research these books, and I understand from the theme of the books, they're inappropriate, right? So they're inappropriate not only because of not just because of the LGBT themes, they're just sexually immoral, right? They just shouldn't be put on kids, period. One of the books, I think it's The Mirror Season by Anna Marie McLemore. It's got sexual assault themes in the book. Okay, so doesn't matter if we're doing gay or queer or straight, sexual assault is sexual assault. So I don't want my children, or I don't think any other children should be, I guess, given that option to read this, right? I mean, that's not for them. So let's not expose them to that type of activity. And then the other one, the only mostly devastated by Sophie Gonzalez, that one was about like a boy meets boy. I think the theme in the from Amazon.com, it said boy meets boy spin on the Grease movie or book. So it's just and it gets more detailed, but just not for kids, right? Now, also, if you read about the authors that I mentioned, and I will link this in the description, it talks about both of these authors are heavy in the LGBT, space, right? One of them actually identifies as non-binary. So that tells you what kind of, what they're on. And this is not their only books. They write other books as well. So just to have that understood, right? So I typically look up the author and I look up these books to find out what are they really about. Now, something interesting I saw when I read this article, and there again, I already understood that this is a left-leaning media source, right? Alabama Reflector. So I wasn't surprised when I saw that this individual, right, spoke at the meeting that they had about these books. This individual purports to be a Christian conservative. Okay. Does anything about this lady look Christian or conservative? Does anything about this lady look like somebody with common sense? Does she look well to you? Like if you saw her at the store dressed like this, would you think, oh, she probably, takes care of her kids well, or, would you think that she is mentally well? I wouldn't really think so, because she looks like a little child. She has a bow in her hair and a shirt with little teddy bears on it. Okay. Now, I say that because this article says that her name is Alden Roca, and she's supposed to be a Christian conservative. All right, or as the article says, conservative Christian, whatever. She says that, quote, this government must represent all of the people of Ozark, not just the majority, right? And she's an adult library volunteer who identified herself as Christian or as conservative Christian. She also said people in the LGBTQ community are taxpayers too, and they should have access to the books that they and their kids request. So my thing with her is, how many more people spoke, right? How many citizens spoke? Because this article she's the only citizen mentioned in the whole article. Somebody else speaks, but they're part of the government, and that's the mayor himself. And if you go down, they're on the board, right? So, this is the library director, not a regular citizen. And that's it. That's everybody. So this lady right here is the only citizen highlighted. So I asked myself, why would this lady be highlighted, and why would we care about what she has to say? Oh, because they're highlighting her because, number one, either she's a complete liar, okay, and just saying that she's a Christian and a conservative for the sake of making the point about the LGBTQ books being in a kids library section, or she was planted here, right? Like they put her there for that purpose, to serve that. So either she's lying on her own behalf, or someone wanted her to be here to say, hey, go say you're a conservative Christian and make this point, right? Because I don't believe that, number one, that she's a Christian, nor do I believe she's conservative. So, with that being said, I see all these people in this photo, and I'm like, did any of these people speak? Because I see a bunch of regular looking people in this photo. But this clown looking person spoke. Yeah. So anyway, like I said, I'll link this in the description so you can read the whole article for yourself. Personally, I'm really hoping that the books are removed. Look up the books for yourself. All this, every time there's an article about anything about books, look the book up, read about the book, read about the author of the book. Okay, because a lot of times you can glean a lot of information from reading about the author, him or herself, right? Although they may identify as a they, a them, a us, a we, a maybe, a could be, whatever they want to label themselves as, right? Whatever, a future, a past, a present, whatever they want to call themselves. Do your research on these people. But shout out to the mayor there in Ozark. That's a very red area, by the way. That's that area. That area is called the Wiregrass area, and it's south of Montgomery, Alabama. Ozark is about maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours away from Montgomery, and that's a very red area. So, it's just interesting that lady got picked. Anyway, out of everybody to speak, but that's the story. Let me know down in the comment section what y'all think about it. Should LGBT themed books be in a kid's library section for any age, right? 17 and under? Is it appropriate? Y'all let me know. If y'all will, leave me a like, share this video, and of course, hit that subscribe. Thank y'all so much for hopping aboard with me for another video. This was the Captain's Quarters Show. I was your host, L. Milliner, the Captain. Until next time, I am gone.